Hi, welcome to Easton, PA and Sarco's showroom. In today's edition of Unload. World War II, the Japanese were utilizing paratroopers. There was only one problem. The typical Japanese soldier was 5'3", and they expected him to jump out of an airplane with a gun that was 44 inches long. Not practical. So they went to plan B, which was have the paratrooper come out of the plane with a pistol, 3 hand grenades, drop the rifles and ammunition separately, and then the soldier had to hunt and find the ammunition. Again, not real good idea. So in 1942, they started looking at a rifle that could be taken down. By 1943, they developed it, and what we have here is the Type 2 paratrooper rifle. The rifle does come apart. The odd thing is, it was adopted in 1943, and by that time, the Japanese really didn't do a lot of paratrooper drops anymore. Gun was made at the Nagoya Arsenal. They produced, depending on the number, between 19 and 21,000 firearms. This gun is serial numbered below 6,000, so it was right in the first production run of the guns. It's a Type 99 rifle, again, a takedown model, weighs about 8.5 pounds, where the 99 we just had over here weighed on the scale this morning just over 7 pounds. So a little bit heavier rifle. So let's take a look at this and see what makes it unusual. We come to the front. Again, the caliber is 7.7. It's got a protected sight. Now in this particular rifle, unfortunately, the cleaning rod was broken. Standard stock, we come back as the sling swivel. Aircraft sights, which I don't know what the practicality of shooting an airplane down with this is, but from what I've read, if you got a group of soldiers shooting at the plane, maybe they wouldn't come back and strafe them. Sight is available out to 1,500 meters. Down in the battle position, has a nice peep sight view on it. Now, how's the gun come apart? Actually pretty simple. We just turn this a few turns, pull it out, and the rifle separates. Now they did try interrupted threads, however, that proved unsuccessful, so they went to the Type 2, which is just a wedge, which wedge into this milled piece. There's a locating hole here to correspond with the locating pin, and Mike will get you some better pictures, and you can see where this wedge just goes back and forth and it holds the barrel. Probably not the most accurate gun in the world, but then again, it didn't have to be. It was made for combat. Now, one thing, there's a hole drilled in the bottom, and from what I read, that is so water can drain out of the gun to prevent rust. Now, as I said, the serial number on this gun is in the 5,900 range. Just check that. Actually, 5,500 range. However, how do you keep these things get separated? How do we get the parts mated back together? There's an assembly number, 919, on the barrel and on the pieces so that the rifles could be found and put back together. And the assembly of it, slip it in, line up the pin, a couple of turns with the wedge, and we're ready to go. Now the rifle does have some Mauser characteristics. It has extractor, ejector, or bolt release, 5-round magazine loaded by stripper clips. This gun does have the chrysanthemum, and below it is Type 2 in a Japanese script. If we flip the gun around, We'll see that 919, that corresponds with the assembly numbers, serial number, the Nagoya Arsenal stamp, and it's not stamped real well, but also an inspector's mark on the stock. Sling swivels. Overall, a very unique piece of history. 8.5 pounds, didn't see a lot of use, so most of the firearms that did come back were war trophies. I don't know if they ever got imported into the country by a distributor. This is not import marked. Nice piece to add if you're an advanced Japanese collector or you want something unusual to show your friends. The stock has been refinished. As I say, the flaws in the gun are the broken cleaning rod, and there's a screw missing here.
And now time for a very special heart-to-heart with Earl.
Wintertime is coming. We all know dog is man's best friend. So either go to the shelter, adopt a dog, give him a second chance, or make a contribution, whether it's money, food, or time, to a shelter to help our little four-legged friends. Till next time, have fun, stay warm, and we'll see you next week.